Yes, indeed, eventually. The National Science and Maths quiz is about to begin. But why don't we have today's message? It's called The Pleasure of Being Useless. Do you have a mentor, someone who has already done what you are trying to do, and so is able to guide, advise, and nurture you through your journey? I have many. I sit at the feet of many great men and women who have traveled the path I am navigating. It's great because it means I can learn from other people's mistakes and make much more informed decisions myself. Being a mentor is even more fulfilling. For me, there's no better way to apply knowledge than in the teaching of others. If you know something, I believe it's an obligation, no, a duty to share it with others. Sadly, I'm aware that it's not everyone in the world who shares this viewpoint. Now, for some people, their knowledge is what sets them apart from the crowd. And so sharing it would mean giving up their specialness. We all know people like this. In school, there were teachers who cultivated the reputation for being wicked. They would deliberately ask questions to which they haven't taught us the answers, and then they will lash us for getting it wrong. We all know doctors who won't answer your questions about what is wrong with your own body. Your own body. There are mechanics who will tell you that you need a car part, but if you dare question them further, they will tell you, take your car away if you think they are cheating you. Every day, we turn on our radios to hear politicians loudly criticize each other, belittling their ideas and efforts without offering any practical solutions of their own. I've heard hairdressers saying that you must train your apprentice well, but never teach her everything you know. Yeah. Now, I have personally felt very strong about this for a long time. Okay, I believe that knowledge that cannot be shared is useless. You know, when I was younger, I went to primary school in Wales. Now, I took swimming lessons. All the kids my age had already learned how to swim in nursery school, so I had to be the only big boy in the training pool with the first years. It was embarrassing. Especially since there was an annoying kid from my class called Jamie Crawford who would keep walking along the pool's edge, following me, pointing at my uncoordinated efforts and laughing at the top of his voice. Eventually, Mr. Simmons, our PE teacher, called him and said, "What are you doing?" "Nothing," he smirked. Can you swim, Jamie?" Mr. Simmons asked him. "Yes," quipped Jamie proudly. "Then shouldn't you be helping Kojo instead of laughing at him?" Jamie looked confused. Mr. Simmons dismissed my little tormentor with one final statement thrown at his back. He said, "If you don't want to help, you don't have to. But don't take pleasure in being useless." And that sums up my sentiment on this matter. Why take pleasure in other people's lack of knowledge when you are in a position to educate them? Knowledge has no value if it is defined by the ignorance of others. My dear friend, today let us embrace the spirit of mentorship. If someone hadn't taught us, how would we have gained all the knowledge that we think makes us superior today? Let us share what we know so that our knowledge may grow. Let us take pride in seeing others excel as a result of the knowledge we gave them. Let us put our gifts to the best use possible by sharing them with others, because refusing to impart our knowledge is the same as admitting that our knowledge is useless. My name is Kojo Yankson, and wisdom has no value until it is shared. Good morning, Ghana.